Hi everyone, how you going? It is of course me, Reese T. O'Leary of perpelFLAME and Company, perpelFLAME. Hope you're doing fabulous and well. No, just counting cards. I just wanted to do a quick check-in on what is happening up there in southeast Queensland with Cyclone Alfred. So I'm only going to use, should I use a third deck? We'll use the third deck. We'll use the third deck. Let's use 3 decks. Just a quick card count. Alrighty, I'll come back to you. Let's start with this deck. I'm curious to see where we are at with messages from Spirit to do with Cyclone Alfred for our lovely people who have been tuning in for this coverage. What do people need to know pertaining to Cyclone Alfred, and can you provide me with any messages relevant for everyone? What do people need to know to do with Cyclone Alfred, and can you provide everyone relevant messages and intuitive eyesight? What do people need to know about Cyclone Alfred? Oh, I just heard stop. Okay. Right, still a lot of fear going on. I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Peace. Right, okay, great. I'm a being of love and I release all negative energy. People still aren't getting the message. This is supposed to be a time where people check in on each other, please. Check in on each other. Do you know anyone in southeast Queensland? Are you in southeast Queensland? As long as you've, put your oxygen mask on first, so to speak, check in on people, please. The friendship card. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. I think this is going to be a time of reshuffling for people's relationships. Acceptance. I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. How many will we go? I'll go 9. So we've got 4. Happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. With this card just here, I just got an intuitive insight telling me people are not going to be happy with the outcomes or happy with the responses. Happy with the responses of... I think there's going to be, rightfully so, there's already, as far as I've seen on the news, there's been a lot of power outages on the Gold Coast, northern New South Wales. Interesting, we'll come back to that. Health, right. Health, I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. So it's just another reminder for people to make sure they are looking after their health, but also in respect to I'm seeing a person in my mind touching their temples. So that to me is a reference to the mental health, right? Floss your mental health. Being connected on a mental level, right, is especially, take it from me, who spends a lot of time up here, is really important. It's really, really important to be flossing your mental health. Now, during a time like this, for Southeast Queensland folks, I can understand why the fear is taking over. But when you constantly and consistently are flossing your mental health, you actually give yourself the ability to overcome such challenges as, you know, experiencing a cyclone or a natural weather event, or experiencing fear and not knowing where to categorize that or what to do with that fear. So flossing of the mental health. I'm also seeing something with this. People were focused far too much on water, ironically. You know, there was a complete buy-up of all the water in supermarkets. Ironically, what that's telling the universe and what that's telling the situation is that we want more water, right? We want more water. And already I'm getting reports from people in the Scenic Rim area. So Scenic Rim is located just behind the mountain ranges of the Gold Coast. They're being battered with rain. So very fascinating. We get more of what we ask for. And, you know, people around these areas in Scenic Rim, Gold Coast, Brisbane areas have bought out all the water. And I understand that that's, you know, some state of preparedness. But having said that, if people were already in a stasis of understanding prior to this event of how to live kind of like a balanced or just experience, you know, in their day-to-day life and their day-to-day experiences, you wouldn't necessarily need to stock up on all that water. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's just fascinating that there's all this, you know, as expected, of course, but torrential rains that are pouring in now. There's been discussion in the Weatherland on TV and in media reports and stuff saying that Cyclone Alfred, which to me makes absolute sense, can I add, as it begins to kind of traverse on land over the next 24 to 48 hours, could slow down to a Category 1. Now, what I find very interesting, a couple of days ago, or yesterday I think it was, or the day before, I posted as the cover photo a double rainbow picture because I was speaking with another intuitive, and I wanted to find a way that I could induce slowing down or, you know, induce some sort of slowing down, right? And what's very fascinating is Alfred has slowed down. Cyclone Alfred has slowed down. What did I see this morning while I was doing a walk? A double rainbow. I don't see double rainbows all the time. So I took that as an absolution or a sign. I posted photos. So if you want to see those photos, they're on this post, or on this page further down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Empathy. Yes. Empathy card says, I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. Okay, let's touch on this for a second. Are people actually looking into this from just a physical experience, or are they looking at this on all levels? This is a telltale sign that people need to be doing more to understand, not just on a physical level, but on a spiritual, emotional, and mental level, what is going on with Cyclone Alfred. I did another video yesterday, last night, as to what's going on behind the scenes. I will probably touch base on that again, maybe later tonight, and do another video because I've got some more questions that I want to ask and dive deeper into. We only touched on a couple of questions last night, but we went quite deep and we did some clarifiers and confirmations. But the empathy is not just for self, right? That turns into self-pity. We don't want empathy for self. We need empathy for others, empathy for animals, empathy for...
it's 8 o'clock.
Thanks, computer. Thanks very much. We need empathy, more empathy. Right, I'll read the card again. I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. Service. Right. Well, of course, all the services are cut. All the services are cancelled. Right. Out of alignment. I feel good when I can help others. Again, Yes, put your oxygen mask on for yourself, so to speak. Oxygen mask on for self. Here's my quotation marks. Put your oxygen mask on for yourself before attempting to, or helping others. Don't put yourself in any form of danger in order to assist. But we need to look at how we are of service to other people, right? At this time, a text message, a phone call. Yes, I understand, again, services may be cut, but I've just been sending text messages out, just saying to people, just reply and let me know you're okay when you get this, when you can, when you have the opportunity. Send Facebook messages, and not just that, but send consciousness, send love, right? Service. This isn't, just a reading for everyone in Southeast Queensland. This is a reading for everyone, right? This is a story and an event that's dominating the country right now. It's dominating, the Southeast Pacific, so to speak. So, very important. Service to others. We need to look at how we're being of service to others. Courage. Very important. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence, which is a very, we've gone all the way from the first card being the fear card all the way down to here so far, right? I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence, right? And again, as long as we are in a state of prepare, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Isn't that funny? This is the 9th card. This is the first card, fear. This is the 9th card, courage. Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. This, if we all, I just got chills down my body. If we all, as a collective, started sending our collective consciousness, right? Love, protection, wellness, clarity, slowing. You have to be certain of the way you're wording things when you're throwing them out into the collective consciousness. But if you just channel tonight and over the next 24 to 48 hours, if you are in Southeast Queensland, but also more importantly, if you are not in Southeast Queensland, some energy into these areas, we can induce some courage for those who are feeling fearful, for those who are feeling a lack of courage, right? But this, to me, is a great, and look at that beautiful center point, right? The eye of the storm. Right, and then all the darkness that's around it. It's funny, this card looks very much like some of the weather maps on the news at the moment. Interestingly enough, not the same shape, of course, but very similar to, the eye of the storm, and then you've got the outermost points, and furthermore, going into these other layers of where people are experiencing all the different forms of weather events that come along with this cyclone event. All right, I want to pull from the bottom of the deck. Envy. I'm the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Again, people who live in these regions have chosen to live in these regions. People who are in these areas have chosen to be in these areas, which means on a collective and soul purpose level, they have chosen to participate in these events for one reason or another. Right? It's not to be saying, oh, I wish I was here, or I wish I was there right now. Why do I have to be here? Why do I have to be experiencing it? If this is the way your thought process is working right now, then I can assure you that your thought process is not operating in the right direction when it comes to this weather event and this experience. This weather event and this experience is very much not just for people in Southeast Queensland. This is a weather event for the entire nation to pay attention to, right? It's quite unprecedented in the way it's occurred, in the way it's playing out, in the way that people have been preparing for it. There's so many different levels of unprecedented behavior and actions that have occurred surrounding this experience. Okay, let's have a look at another one. I'll pull 3 from the bottom of the deck. I won't pull 9. Growth. Growth. What we don't see coming. Growth. I don't think this is growth of the storm. I think this is soul growth. I think this is community growth. It says, I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Fantastic. If we can see beyond the envy or the enviability of being in a certain place at a certain time and having these experiences, we're going to experience this growth, right? And this is reminding me again of Cyclone Alfred, but then you've got this square, right? Oh, very interesting. I like this card. Another one from the bottom. Perseverance. Yes. Yes. The Perseverance card says, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. The tenacity of the human spirit and the tenacity of Southeast Queensland as well, and Queenslanders and Australians and people who are used to these types of events, or weather batterings in certain parts of Australia. Dorothea McKellar's just, I'm getting chills. Dorothea McKellar, if you're not familiar with a very famous poem by Dorothea McKellar, I love a sunburnt country, a land of flooding rains, right? I think everyone should have a look into the full Dorothea McKellar poem. I can't remember exactly when it was written. I think it's about 100 years old now. Very important. Very important. Spirit, can you provide us one more confirmer from the middle of the deck somewhere? Anything that people need to know about this Cyclone Alfred? Failure. Wow! Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Does that not look like a fucking cyclone? Fuck! Failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. See, this is all about higher learnings, higher understandings. Where people have failed in the past to, this is a very big lesson on many different levels, on many, many different levels. I've been saying this across the past few days of videos. Does that not look exactly like the fucking cyclone? Or am I crazy? Call me crazy. Very important that people pay attention and learn from the past. This phrase came to me earlier today, actually. Those who forget history are doomed to repeat it. Is that how it goes? Those who forget history are doomed to repeat it. It's something like that anyway. A phraseology very common that gets chucked around out there, an adage. Alright, let me pull from the Saints and Angel deck now. Oh, I'm getting chills down right here down. It's not directly down the center, it's like here down. It's weird. It's like someone's touching me in spirit. Which saints and angels would like to come forward and give us a message to do with Cyclone Alfred? Which saints and angels would like to come forward and give us a message to do with Cyclone Alfred? Which saints and angels would like to come forward and... also, very interesting. Prince Alfred. I made a reference to Prince Alfred, and someone contacted me and said they found it interesting that I made a reference to Prince Alfred in my video yesterday, so they looked into who Prince Alfred was. And you should have a look into the time when Prince Alfred, they made me aware this morning of when Prince Alfred came to Australia and the chaos that ensued. Right? And very interesting time when Prince Alfred came to visit Australia in ye old back in the day. Which saints and angels want to bring themselves forward and give us a message for Cyclone Alfred? St. Mary Magdalene came up yesterday as well in the other readings. Forgiveness, right? And it's not just about forgiveness, it's like innermost peace. 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 You know, and peace in terms of stilling of the mind. Peace in terms of peace. I just keep hearing peace. And St. Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, Triumphant. Right. Right. Guardian angel. Right. Triumphant. So Mother Teresa. Notice there's all feminine. Notice these are all females. Divine females. Activist. Right. I'll only do 3 and we'll do 1 from the bottom. Pause. This also came up. This also came up. It's coming up again. Let's do another one. Wise decision. Right. I think people are as prepared as they need to be. Right. And now it's just about pausing as per the cards. Right. And also, I think the pause card's referencing the slowing down of Cyclone Alfred. Stress management. Very important. And notice, in this card, she's working with the animals. She's working with the animals. Here's the sea of blue in amongst the green, right? But she's working with the animals in harmony. Stress management. We need to learn to more work in harmony with ourselves and with the world around us. Let's pull from this deck. What do people need to know in terms of Cyclone Alfred? What do people need to know in terms of Cyclone Alfred? What do people need to know in terms of Cyclone Alfred? What do people need to know in terms of Cyclone Alfred? What is going on here? What do people need to know in terms of Cyclone Alfred? What do people need to know in terms of Cyclone Alfred? What do people need to know in terms of Cyclone Alfred? Salt. Interesting. That's the front of the card. I'll read it for you. On the front, it says, simple, sacred, salty. Salt. Let go of negativity. Interesting. Harness the purifying, manifesting energies of this simple compound. Salt is sacred. It has traditionally been used in healing rituals, ceremonies, and in protective spells to release negative energies. You can use it in the home as a purifying agent. Simply sprinkle salt crystals on the floor and brush them away for a quick refresh. Salt's all about cleansing as well. Interesting. To cleanse the body, use rock salt as body scrub after a bath. This will release existing negativity and protect you from it in the future. When salt is paired with water, it combines to create a spiritual superpower. Interesting. Take a salt bath as a part of your regular spiritual cleansing and feel refreshed, positive, and present. Let's go from the top. Reiki. Be open to new ideas. On the front, it says, healing requires faith. Healing requires faith. Just there, down the bottom. Right. Reiki. Don't try to prove, feel, experience, and believe. Reiki is a spiritual practice and healing art, during which universal energy, or chi, is channeled around the body through the process of laying on hands. Improving this flow of energy enables relaxation, reduces pain, and promotes healing. Consciously deciding to heal is a part of the process, and Reiki won't work without it. There's mystery surrounding this healing modality. When a person places their hands mindfully and with detachment on another person, it evokes a deep healing response, which restores balance, brings us home to ourselves, and enhances self-awareness. No one can really say why. It doesn't matter. So, Reiki on self, right? What do we do when we're feeling a pain somewhere? We go, oh, and our hand goes to that location. My back's hurting. Oh, I put my hand there. My jaw's hurting. Oh, I've got a headache. Oh, do you see the power of the chi? Right? So what I want to do right now then, I'm just rolling with the punches here. I want everyone to raise your hands up with me. Let's all connect our hands. But this is also indicative of that lack of friendship or lack of coming together, right? So let's all come together in this video. We don't need to be able to see each other to do that. We can connect through energy. We are beings of energy. Let's connect together by energy. I want you all to raise your hands, palms out, right? Palms out. Take a deep breath in, and as you're breathing out, I want you to imagine you're releasing energy from your hands out as a collective force all around southeast Queensland and to all those who need it. Let's do this in a deep breath in and then release 3 times. So we'll do it another 2 times. So in and release out. Again, one last one. In through the nose, really deep. As you're releasing out, imagine your chi energy leaving and going to southeast Queensland. So in through the nose and out. All right. Interesting. And we'll go one from the bottom. The star. Ooh. The star, and it says tarot, right? The star. On the front, it says all the little lights shining. Clarity in the skies. Clarity in the skies. What we don't see coming from the bottom of this deck. Clarity in the skies. The star, okay? Count your blessings. The star represents the blessings of the universe, and it's time to count yours. If you can come through tough times rejuvenated, you've uncovered your resilience and inner power. With hope and gratitude, it's time to take hold of the magic around you and let your dreams soar. How? Look at the stars through a telescope or simply send your spirit up into a clear night sky. Give thanks for the ways you feel blessed by starting a gratitude journal, study astrology, or have your birth chart done by an experienced astrologer. Practice guided chakra meditation to keep the magic energy flowing. Reflect on your personal goals. It may be time to reassess. Reach for the stars. Wow. Clear night skies. I know that I know a couple of people currently stuck outside. We'll do one more. I'm going to do one more from inside the deck because that was just too good. But I know a few people who are stuck outside the country at the moment waiting to return, so I'm hoping for clear skies for them. I'm hoping for clear skies for everyone. I'm hoping this cyclonic event dispels itself. But I do also hope that everyone achieves and gains that of which they are supposed to achieve and gain from this experience. I don't want this to just go away for no reason. This happened for a reason. This is purposeful, right? Whether man-made or not, it's there for a reason, right? It's happening for a reason, and those who are experiencing that are also experiencing it for a reason. Very important. One last card, Spirit, from the middle of the deck. Ooh. What was I saying to you yesterday? Which chakra track did I tell you all to listen to? The Muladhara, the root chakra, track number 1. I will post those links again to the Chakra Ameliorate album in this video as well. Muladhara, root chakra. Find your safe place. And on the front of the card, it says, I am safe, I am centered, I am grounded. Look at that. Strong roots are essential. How else will you grow? Muladhara is survival HQ. As a young kid, it was here that you learned to feel safe, secure, and loved or not. The primal response of fight, flight, or freeze initiates from here. Red is the color of the root chakra. It commands our attention, signaling passion, danger, love, and ultimately survival. The root chakra contains the memories of your disappointments and pain. That's okay. It is your story. But it is time to balance Muladhara in order to feel safe in your world and free to flow with its beauty and opportunity. Chant the seed mantra, LAM. Practice yin yoga, eat red foods, burn cedarwood oil, and wear garnet jewelry. Root chakra, Muladhara. Alright kids, I'm going to love you and leave you. I'm waiting to get a message from Spirit on when to do the next video, which I want to dive deeper in on, following up from last night's video of what's going on behind the scenes. I have to feel drawn to do it though. So I don't just dive in and do these videos. I have to have some sort of inspiration or some sort of message come to me. And I did this one following that. I've done all the other ones following that, and I will keep following that. Stay well, stay happy, stay grounded. Take in these messages. Don't forget, these videos are getting deleted off of Facebook, so I'm putting them up on the YouTube channel as well. They will be there in permanence. They will get deleted off of here after 30 days. Talk to Facebook. Stay safe, stay grounded, keep checking in on these videos. Check in on loved ones, friends, people you may know, colleagues, whatever, whoever they are. They're people. They're people. Just check in, right? Whoever they are, even if you don't know them. Go on a Facebook group. Check in. Is everyone all right? How are you feeling? How are you doing? Check in. There's a purpose to this. There's a purpose to this. Send your consciousness. Alrighty, Viru. Ciao for now.